Welcome back to the channel, guys. You read the title. Today we're replacing not one, not two, not five, but 11 coolant hoses on my Eclipse today. 11. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what I'm doing. And well, quite frankly, I'm not very good at this. But, you gotta do things to learn how to do them, right? So most coolant hose kits, they come with, the two replacements, the upper hose and the lower hose. Well, not this one. This one came with 11 hoses. Look at those. Take it all in. Look at that. And these weird odds and ends things. Thankfully, they all came with clamps instead of those weird ones that you have to, like, squeeze. I hate those. I hate those. Thankfully, these came with actual clamps. But, I don't know where most of these go. Some of them are really easy to figure out. Like this one, that goes right there, and that one goes right underneath it. But some of these, I have no clue. Like this one. Where the heck does this go? I have no idea where this goes. So I guess most of today is just going to be me kind of digging around trying to figure out where these go and then struggling to put them in. But, yeah. So I did try to find a coolant hose diagram for my engine, but they were all either for the previous generation of Eclipses or it didn't show all the hoses. So I tried that. I thought, we can just find a diagram and then replace all of them. It'll show us how to do it. Nope, we're doing this on our own. Well, we ran into more coolant. That was a fun surprise, but it's draining right now, and, well, I'll be sure to watch out for that next time. I'm always uneasy when I see stuff like this on my car. Luckily, I got a copper brush to help scrape that off. So the cool thing about a copper brush is that it'll get the grime off without actually scratching and hurting the metal. So I'm gonna try to clean that up before I just start throwing hoses back on. Man, this engine is so old and messed up and dirty and rusty and all sorts of garbage. Maybe I should just swap it with a V12. Just, clean slate, start from the beginning. Just kidding, I don't know the first thing about V12 swapping cars. Remember how I said I was happy that I didn't have to reuse these clamps? Well, it looks like I'm going to have to reuse them. Because this is about as far as these go. These are fully loosened and they barely fit around here. It's not going to work. Because they either completely come apart like this, or they just don't fit. Every single one of these clamps are undersized. Which is strange because if you look at these, they're huge. So, guess we're going with the crappy clamps. So I ended up just having to get some new O'Reilly's clamps because these didn't fit either. So these are just too fat, but they should work a lot better. That was a lot harder than it was supposed to be. And the nastiness continues. So I was underneath the car trying to find a way to get one of the hoses off, and sure enough, I found this guy, which is obviously this guy. Seems like the more I dig into this car replacing the hoses, I find more. We might actually be able to find where most of these go. Still probably won't find out where most of them go, but the hope is that we find out where they all go and then they all go in the right place. But that's probably not gonna happen. Probably gonna leave one or two out, or five. Yeah. Just got coolant in my hair. Think it'll work pretty well as a gel. That was so hard to do, cause it comes down from right here next to the turbo, goes right in there, down there behind the oil filter. Yes! just in case. Yeah. So after much trial and tribulation, 3 coolant leaks, 2 trips to the parts store, and about 5.5 hours of working on this, I got the first 5. But those are the small ones, so hopefully it'll be easier from now on. I don't know, we'll see. So I ended up not replacing the one right there because, well, there's like no playroom, and when I tried to put this on, it tore. So I put the new clamps on and called it good. Okay, other than the hoses that go directly to the radiator, we've only got about 4 left. So this one replaces that guy that goes down there. That goes right next to it. And then we've got this dude that kind of is buried under there. And then we have one that looks just like him, and I'm not really sure where that goes, but you know, we'll figure it out. And then we put the radiator back in, fill it up with coolant, and we should be good to go. So I just took the chassis brace and the battery out so I can better reach the stuff in the back, because those two, and then, where is it? This one, right? You can't actually see it, but that one right there. Those are the last 3 that I need to replace. Then I'll slap one more on top, and then we'll be good to go to throw the radiator back in. It's pretty evident that I'm not gonna be able to get this done today, so we're probably gonna fast forward. We're gonna time travel again, but I'm gonna keep working on this for a little bit more tonight, and then we'll do some legit time travel. Okay, well, I still can't get those to come out, and it's already 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up a bit. So time travel in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to tomorrow, guys. So this is how far I got yesterday. So we got these 3 on, we got that guy on, and the one below him we weren't able to quite do. But now the only ones we have left are these 2 fat guys here and here, and then this twisty guy right here. I already got this one off. So those are the 4 we need left, and then we'll be able to throw the radiator back on with some of those big ones, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, this takes so long. I've been going at this for about 20 minutes now, and I got one end out, not one pipe out, because see, it's still attached over there. I got one end off. Sometimes you gotta blow off some steam. I think I'm just gonna go for a drive real quick. I've noticed, you know, when you're getting frustrated with something, it's good to take a step back and clear your head. So I'm gonna go for a quick drive. Use your blinker, fool! Just what I needed. I feel a lot better now. Oh, yes! Ladies and gentlemen, this signifies the removal of the final hose. Now all we've got to do is put the hoses in, which will be far easier than taking them out, believe me. And in case you are wondering, yes, I'm standing in the engine bay. I'm just that small. See, what'd I tell you? Just like that, we've already got the first hose on. And what's even better we're no longer using these clampy clamps because these are terrible. We're using screwy clamps. So when the time comes to take all these things back off, which I hope isn't anytime soon, it'll be just that much easier. And there we have it. We replaced all the coolant hoses from the guys in the back to all the guys in the front. Man, that feels good. So remember those bundles that I had left over? These guys? Well, I decided to take those and replace pretty much everything else that I could. So I went ahead and replaced a lot of these hoses. I replaced these guys right here, those dudes. Even these guys in the back here, replaced those with brand new hoses. So it feels really, really good to have all new coolant hoses, all new vacuum lines. You know, my car's just that much closer to being, well, in much better shape than it was when I first bought it. Now all I've got to do is put the radiator back in, throw the battery in, and we'll be good to go. But I'm not going to show you guys that because, well, I feel like that'd be a little redundant. 11 coolant hoses. 11. I think that's way too many, but you know what? I feel really good for having done it because now I won't have to do it in the future, right? That's one more thing that's new and that won't break. So that's pretty nice. This is going to end today's video. Go ahead and like if you like today's video. Go ahead and subscribe as well. I drop videos every single Monday. And it's just random stuff like this of me working on cars. I'm going to try to make more videos of my Mazda because, well, the Mazda's new and I don't do as much with it. But yeah, just like that, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.